The day is January 1st, 2075. You sit on Main Street, USA in Disneyland. It has changed a lot over the last 50 years, but you can still warmly recall just how it was half a century ago when human cast members still operated the park. As your automaton waitress serves you fried pickles at the Carnation Cafe, you pull out a faded notebook. "What's that?" she asks you. You just shake your head and smile. "My resolutions from a day long past." He smiles back and moves on to another table. You brush a hand over the dusty cover of the journal. The cover reads, "Theme Park Chicken Resolutions 2025. Do you open it? Or are you a theme park chicken? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Hey! Welcome to Theme Park Chicken, a clean comedy podcast where we ask the most important question in themed entertainment: are you a theme park chicken? I'm your host, Robin Ellsworth, joined today by cheerful Ryan Seacrest, Brandon Ellsworth,
Wrong day, I guess.
and the Jonas Brothers singing "Play My Music" in Times Square, the iconic Chelsea Packer.
That's me. I'm all the Jonas Brothers,
And you're so
even the
iconic.
bonus Jonas.
Yeah, that's right. She's the bonus Jonas. Okay, today you guys were doing our first annual theme park chicken resolutions. So we want to talk about how theme parks went in 2024, specifically Disneyland and Universal for our purposes. Those are our local parks. Um, and well, Universal Studios, Hollywood, right? And then we want to talk about what we want to see. So, do you guys need an overview of what happened in 2024? Because I looked it up on Mice Chat, and there's actually tons of stuff I forgot about.
Yes.
Send us through.
Okay, here we go. So, this is a long list, so just bear with me. They're just bullet points. We had Pixar Fest. Fantasmic came back. Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened. We got a new Haunted Mansion queue, a new Haunted Mansion store. They renamed Bayou Country. We got a store called Ray's Berets, and Lewis's Critter Club took over Pooh Corner, or half of it, I guess. We had the most ever Halloween days and Oogie Boogie days. We have new restaurants and stores in downtown Disney. The Hungry Bear became Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. Paradise Pier Hotel became Pixar Place Hotel. The DAS Pass changed, which left a lot of guests without their needed accessibility, which is a problem. Disneyland Forward was approved in May by Anaheim City. Then we had another price hike, like every year. Magic Key sales were on hold for most of the year. We got new self-serve entry gates for Disneyland. The Hyperion is still empty. The Fantasyland Theater is still empty, and we had more entertainment cuts. I think the Doctor Strange show was cut this year, and we have no new live performances announced for 2025. So, initial thoughts. How do we think
They
we
had
did in
me in the
Disneyland?
first half. They
Yeah,
had me in the first half, not gonna lie. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, Pixar Fest, that was a blast. Yeah, all the cool things we did. So fun. And then I was like, oh, bad news, bad news, bad news.
Yeah, Brandon, what do you think?
They definitely gave the good news first, the bad news second. Always
They
best
did.
to follow it up with more good news, but what can you do?
Like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sandwich. It's a compliment sandwich. That's in the middle. I feel like we got there's some good changes, but as always, the underlying theme seems like things are getting more expensive and you're getting slightly less. Although when you look at this list, we got a lot this year.
Mhm.
And it doesn't feel like a lot until you put it all together, I feel like. Okay, so Chelsea, you're a Universal girly. I tried to find articles like the Mice Chat one that listed everything that happened in 2024 at Universal. Could not find something as succinct as a Mice Chat. So I mean, I went to Disneyland once in 2024. I haven't seen most of the things we just talked about. You got to go to Universal for 2 days. So
And
overall,
we also went to Disneyland
Universal,
for
that's right.
Disneyland and DCA for the 3 days.
Right. So
So
what overall,
Disneyland
like,
Resort.
2024 thoughts for Universal and Disneyland?
Um, they're building a lot of stuff right now. The whole Fast and Furious ride is under construction, and you can see that. It's really actually cool to watch because you see it when you're going down the escalator. It's, Nintendo World didn't come out this year. I think that was last year,
Mm.
right? So
I
that's
think it was
not new,
either
but,
last
like,
year or a couple years ago,
it's
yeah.
been very well integrated. It's still busy, and they're doing a good job with that. And the Toadstool Cafe is always still busy, but not new. They're letting people in. Security line was pretty chill, but you still I don't know. What's new at Universal? Should I look that up?
I honestly,
You
I could
tried.
not. I tried. Okay,
Nothing, they're
well,
just still doing their thing, living their
doing their
best
thing,
life.
doing a good job at
Yeah.
it, doing a good
Building
job at
big
it.
roller coasters. It's really big. The
Fast
Jurassic
and
World is
Furious,
closed
yeah,
right now. They're
yeah.
they're revamping that, so that's also under construction. And the Wicked theme pop-up restaurant. That's new this year for sure, because that's
Yeah.
Wicked.
I did see that in an article. So, yeah, I guess that's what was new for 2024.
Love that.
Okay, so what's next for Disney? This is what I was trying to figure out. And I found a couple things for 2025. Obviously, they're going to be celebrating the 70th anniversary, which is crazy.
Super old.
And yeah, super old. We are getting a new World of Color. It's called World of Color Happiness, I guess, World of Color
Aw.
show. And Chelsea, you love World of Color, right?
I do love World of Color. We're World of Color fans. It's awesome. The kids love it. There's no bad seats, even though there's no seats at all. It's just awesome.
That's why
We
there
will
is
get
no
wet,
bad.
probably.
Yeah, well, if you're sitting, it's probably a bad seat.
Ugh,
That's
it was
fair.
so sad because I was sitting and they were like, okay, everyone needs to stand up now. The show's starting in 15 minutes. I'm like, are you crazy? I've been walking around all day. This is not okay. No, put
What
me
if
in the
everybody
handicap
just
section, please.
sits? Then everybody gets
That's
to.
what I'm saying. I'm like, if we all just
I
sit down, we can
know.
squish in and it's fine. I'll move the stroller to the back because you have your stroller in this section too. There's no stroller parking. You're just doing your thing.
Oh.
Ugh, standing forever.
When Ariel, my sister and I were at Disneyland back in March, we were there till like 11:30 at night, and literally I got to the point where I was like, I am going to collapse of exhaustion if we don't sit down right now. So now I
When
understand.
we made our reservations, when we went, I was like, "Hey, Robert, what if, hear me out, what if we just took a minute in the middle of the day and went to the Grand Californian and got foot massages? Because they have that thing where you can get like a rejuvenating foot massage. It's like 15 minutes and then you're back on your day." And he was like, "Sure." And it was very expensive, so we didn't end up doing it. But I was like, that would be a really good idea. And I would stagger them so he would watch the kids while I'm getting mine. And then we'd switch and I'm watching the kids and he's getting his foot massage. And then he comes out happy and we have a great rest of the afternoon.
Love it.
But we
We
didn't do
almost
it.
did that. We
Next time.
almost did it in the Atlanta airport this last week because we had a 5.5 hour layover. I was like, what if we just actually got a massage? Anyways,
Yeah.
okay.
We
We're
did do
also
that for
getting
Universal. Sorry, I cut you off
we got
again.
a massage.
Yeah, we were staying at the Hilton across the street, so when we had to check in, we went in and I was like, "Check out this massage table," and it's one of those water ones that is automated and it does it for you. And so we just took a break in the middle of our day and got massages, and I was ready to
Oh, I
go for the rest
love
of the
it.
afternoon. It was
I
great.
love that. Okay, we're also getting the Walt Disney animatronic show in the Main Street Opera House, which
Ooh,
I'm excited about.
awesome.
We're getting Paint the Night is coming back, which I do feel like if
Woo.
Brandon, if we're gonna make a trip to Disneyland this year, this 2025, I want it to be when Paint the Night is happening.
There.
Wondrous Journeys fireworks show is returning, which I am not personally. That doesn't ring any bells for me personally, but I
Mhm.
do know I'm pretty sure Aubrey, past guest of the show, is like loves Wondrous Journeys, right? Do you guys know what Wondrous Journeys is? I'm
No.
sure I've
No,
seen it.
but I
It's
know
just
who
not
Aubrey is.
ringing a bell. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then we're getting Pixar Fest, and Pixar Fest,
Yes,
obviously, Chelsea, you went to Pixar Fest, so do you feel like
we
that's
did.
gonna be a good thing in 2025?
Yes, Pixar Fest is the best, and I love that it was so big that it leaked into Disneyland because it was supposed to just be a California Adventure thing, and it leaked everywhere. It was awesome, and it should because it's great and it's fun, and there's so many Pixar properties that are just excellent and so well done, and people know them. They're very recognizable, and it's awesome. It was just a fun experience for the kids. It was a little more boy themed than all the princessy stuff, so that was fun for
Yep.
me. And with Inside Out 2 coming out this past year, it's gonna be even bigger and more emotional.
Got
I
it.
love that. That's super exciting, and we also are gonna get more dates for Oogie Boogie, which I when we're talking about leaking over, I don't love the Halloween is leaking into summertime. I don't love that. I'm fine with it being in September. I'm not liking that it was in August this year.
Mm.
We're getting more Oogie Boogie. I am interested to see what other themed nights come back, like I really wanted to go to Disney Channel night last year, but obviously we were in the middle of a move and that didn't happen. But that sounded super fun. I know they have Star Wars night and all those other things. So I guess we'll have to see what else comes back, right? Do you guys have anything you would for sure like if, you know, no prices, like money is not the object. What would you want to go see in 2025?
Pixar Fest for sure. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's my priority at Disneyland.
Yeah. Brandon, what about you?
Is the water ball working? Or did they take it out?
Always. They
I
have two.
don't, I mean,
They have two now?
They
what?
have one. They have the Disneyland one and then the California Adventure one
Oh, that's right. It's a the
on
Luxo
Pixar
ball.
Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't
Yeah.
seen those. So I would go for
Okay.
those.
Okay. Well, I'm going back for Paint the Night.
amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about our 2025 resolutions. Chelsea, I have picked you to go first. Do you want to share your 2025 resolutions for theme park chicken?
Absolutely, I would.
Okay,
For the
hit us with
podcast
them.
or for the parks? Because I did park resolutions.
Whatever you have prepared is good enough for me.
Amazing. So my resolution, this one, the first one, is specifically for Disneyland, but other parks can take note too. We would like better app usage, and
Mm.
more user-friendly apps, more things to do on the apps. While you're waiting in line, you're going to be on your phone anyway. So let's make Disney Play better, but also take less battery so that we don't have to be buying the little battery packs. I mean, or not. If you want people to buy those, that's cool too. My second one is more integrated band experiences. When we went to Universal, we bought the little bands and they were expensive and we used the heck out of them. They were fun, they were awesome. There were so many things I could do. And it reminded me that when we went to Disneyland and I got bands for myself, my husband, and all my kids, which is very expensive, and there wasn't much they could do. Sure, they could get in the line if we had a rider swap or they could get into the park, but the battery died very quickly and the game you could play in Star Wars Land wasn't even fun. It was just like,
Mm,
hey, good luck, go find this flashing light. Lame, not cool.
yeah.
Disneyland, take note. This is something Universal does better than you, and you can step it up. We would love that. My last note is specifically for Universal Studios Hollywood. Get more bowls so I can have soup. That's
Oh
it.
my gosh. Oh my
My
gosh.
only complaint.
If listeners, if you
Trees.
don't remember last year, well, not well, yeah, last year.
Yeah,
Last
a
year,
couple weeks ago.
Chelsea, do you want to tell them what happened at Toadstool?
Yeah, I went to the Toadstool Cafe, twice. One, kind of late at night, not late, it was like 7 o'clock, and I asked for soup because the mushroom bowl it comes in is so cute, and I
I
really love tomato
know.
soup. It's one of my favorite meals. Like every time I go to Disneyland, I beeline my way over to the little tomato soup and grilled cheese sticks, and it's my favorite. So I was
Mhm.
expecting that too when I went to Toadstool Cafe at Universal Studios Hollywood, and they did not have any soup. So I was like, oh, that's a bummer. So I went back the next day for lunch, and I was like, lunch is earlier. They'll still have soup, right? And they didn't. So I'm thinking they were out of the souvenir bowls, so they couldn't serve me soup. I would have been happy to take soup in a disposable bowl, but they probably didn't make the soup because they didn't have any bowls to put it in. So I was just bummed out altogether, and I still did not get my soup.
That is obviously devastating because that's if I was gonna go to the Toadstool Cafe, that's what I'd be there for, is the
Yeah,
soup.
yeah. And
Um,
everything else was
so
fine. It was really good, but I wanted soup. If you're in a soup mood
I
and you have to eat a salad, ugh.
oh, and I hope that in
Stiff.
2025 you get your souvenir
I
soup
hope I
bowl.
get my soup. Thank you.
Okay, those are great. Those are great. Brandon, what do
Thanks.
you have for us?
Um, there are hopes that
Mm,
that makes sense.
yep.
It does.
Um, definitely want to see more practical effects around everywhere, all the time.
If Wicked can do it.
Even like exactly. Even just like even like little pop up stuff. More, get away from screens. Screens are not the future. Screens are the present. We want the future. Um, and classic fast passes would help.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think those were the best inventions ever.
These are
And
surely hopes because
these
I don't
are
know.
absolutely hopes. And
These are
then
big hopes.
really the only one that I like put a lot of thought into was I want interventions to come back, but I don't want it to be like interventions of like, this is where we're at in the present day or whatnot. I want it to be like,
Right.
they're already doing like behind the scenes filming plus and whatnot of how they're making all of the effects that go into the parks. I want those to be showcased. And it's like, this is what Imagineers are coming up with. This is definitely the behind the scenes of what it is, but this is how it works on a technical scale. And a little write up about how it works technically and all the things that you would need to know in order to then produce. I think there's also some cool stuff out, like Tesla's coming out with like a robot that needs to be controlled, kind of how osmosis.
Osmos, or was that his name?
What was his name, Chelsea?
Osmosis Jones? How old am
No,
No,
I?
the little
the
Honda
Honda
robot.
robot. That's on
Oh,
Autopia. Osmos,
it's
isn't
not
his name
Astro.
Osmos?
Uh, uh,
Oh,
Osis?
I think it's
Hostess.
I'll look
Osmos.
it up. I'm
Um,
looking
Osmo.
it up right now.
no, it's not
Os
Osmos. It's
om
Osmo.
Osmo. Osmosis. Yeah, basically.
Osimo.
Osmo. Thank you.
That's
It's
what it was.
Osmo.
Osmosis.
Osmosis Jones. Got it.
Osmo.
Awesome. Yeah, but like
Osmo.
there's cool stuff out there, and I think that fits more in Tomorrowland than the bottom floor being Star
They land.
Wars, if it is still. And then there was that weird moment when they had like a rock band in there. Like
The games are fun.
they
Yeah.
were great. I just like definitely had the correct idea for the space. Just need to keep up.
That's a super great point. And I'm pretty sure, and I might be completely wrong on this, so people are going to be yelling at us through their headphones, but I think that Carousel of Progress used to be in there because it's a rotating theater. I'm pretty sure. Right? So the building at one point could rotate, so you could do
Yeah.
something
I
with
mean, that's how
that.
you entered.
I mean,
Right.
integrated band experience, like the band on your arm, in there, learning more things about the future, collecting future points. Genius.
I love it. And it will also tie in, like, everyone's been wanting Tomorrowland to be fixed, right? And I feel like that building is a huge physical example of it not
Yeah.
working, just because it's nothing, right? That's a
Yeah.
great resolution, Brandon. I really like that one a lot.
Solid.
Is that your last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Three.
So here's what I have. I've been watching a lot of stuff about the Disney Treasure, which is a new Disney cruise ship, and
Oh, cool.
it looks so cool. They
Is it a
have
roller coaster? Sorry.
Yes, there's a roller coaster on it. There's what was it? I saw some practical. Oh my gosh, it's Tafiti
Do a
or
whole
no,
episode.
Tekka. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do a whole episode on it. But they have a practical puppet of Tekka, and that's her name, right?
When
Yes,
she's
Yeah,
in
when she's
angry,
Moana.
Tafiti when she's mad. Hmm.
Yes. That
she
looks
lost her
incredible.
heart.
Yeah, she did lose her heart. They have so many amazing practical effects and costumes and theming, and the restaurants look super cool. And that's where
Hmm.
that I'm pretty sure that Haunted Mansion,
The Epcot room.
the Epcot room. I think there's a Haunted Mansion room in there. Like we're gonna do an episode about it, but I want the expensive shows, the expensive puppets, the expensive restaurants. I want them to come to the land.
The
Um,
expensive land.
the expensive land, because I just feel like they have the capability,
Yeah.
and there's so much creativity happening that I wish that we were getting more of that for like people that don't. I mean, people that go on the treasure. It's not like you get to go every day. Like you might go to Disneyland every couple months, but you're not probably going to go on the treasure more than once or twice in a lifetime, right? I don't
No,
know how often do people go on cruise ships? I feel like
I
I've gone
like
know
on
the
one
the
in my
same one
honeymoon.
over and over.
I know
Yeah.
families who go on
Mm-mm.
cruise ships.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I just need to look more into that. But
Nice.
that's one of mine. One thing that broke my heart a few years ago was they took away the poutine at the Red Rose Tavern. I lived in
Mm.
Canada for a while, and poutine has my whole heart. And they had this delicious poutine. I think it's pulled pork poutine with like
Ooh.
pickled red onions. It was so good, and it's not on the
I'm
menu
awesome.
anymore. So I want that to come back. I want them to have at least another year of Magic Happens because I want to see that show in person so much. I followed it from concept art to COVID times, and I was following someone that performed Goofy in the parade and I knew him from when I was security in the parade, and like I just like have a lot of connections. I feel like to the parade, but I haven't seen it in person. I am not ready for them to retire that parade. I want it to go on for years and years. Actually, wait a second. I have seen it in person. I lie. I saw it in March and it made me cry and I was dancing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have seen it in person, but I'm not ready for it to leave. I want to see it like that is the epitome of Disneyland to me is that parade, and I hope that that just sticks around. Um, for maybe when if we become magic key holders in the future. Okay, then
You're
my
dreaming
last
so
one.
big.
I know, I'm very
They're big dreams.
so vague.
I just wanted
Uh,
soup. I was like, "Please give me soup," and you and Brandon are asking the world. More soup,
um,
please.
my last one has to do with films, which is not really theme parks,
Ooh,
but we're talking about Wicked, and that just made me think, Wicked was so great and I loved it, and Mufasa was a good original story. I thought that was great, but Wicked kind of made me think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, if people like something about a property, just give the people what they want. So, with the live action remakes, I think original stories on their own are great. And if they want to do the live action remakes, that's great. That's what they want to do. But give the people what they want. If they like the original story, just do the original story. Because I feel like
you
that worked really
calling
well for
out
Wicked.
you calling out Mulan right now?
I'm calling out the trailers of Snow White that I've seen where I'm like, what is
That's
going on
fair.
here?
I also need you to know, Wicked, the play, is very different than the source material, so
This is true.
maybe they're
This
giving the
is true.
people what they want by changing it up. Maybe go with something
Well,
that people don't like and remake that better.
yes, yeah, that's true. But was the book what the people wanted? Because I feel like people are
No.
like, "Well, this is weird. This book is weird."
It's
But
weird.
I loved that, like in the Wicked movie, and Wicked's a Universal property, right? So,
Yes, it is.
yeah, good on you, Universal. You did a great job. I feel like I
Mhm.
saw costumes that I recognized, and
Phenomenal.
everything was great, and they just kept it the way it should have been.
Yes.
Yeah,
Added a little sprinkle of extras and, like, flesh out the story the way yes, I agree.
sprinkles. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Okay, it's time to write some haikus. Listeners, just as a reminder, if you send us in a haiku to our email or DM us on Instagram, we will send you stickers in the mail, in the physical mail. We will send you some stickers. So send us those haikus.
Old school.
My haiku, it is so cool, right? It's so cool that we do that.
I said old. I said old school.
Oh, they said that's cool. I was like,
I thought
thank
you
you.
heard it, and you're like, I'm gonna make him say that's cool.
You're just complimenting me. Um, Okay, my haiku is pretty weak, so I'm gonna go first, and I'll let you guys fight it out of who thinks their haiku
We
is
have 2
better.
now, so we can take turns.
Okay, great. All right, mine is about magic happens, and it's the lines of magic happens, which makes me want to cry. So it's here's what you came for, happening right now. Disney, please keep magic happens, and that's a Sokka haiku because there's an extra syllable at the end. Fine,
Yep.
it's happens. Hap apostrophe ns happens.
Happens. Happens.
Hap
Cattens.
What's happening, Gavin? Okay,
It's
all
like
right.
Smee.
Who?
I'll do my first one.
Captain.
Okay.
It's about my resolutions.
Okay.
Better app usage. Magic band experience. More bowls for my soup.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
yes. Well
Thank
done.
you.
I also have one
Brennan, number
about
one.
my goals. Classic fast passes. Interventions remaster. Practical effects.
Amazing.
That
Yeah.
is just the list. That's why I wrote a second one.
So I wrote a second one because my first one was also just a list. My second one, I need you to know, it came out sounding more political than I wanted it to. I'm talking about the building that moves. Just know that. I'm talking about the building that spins. Okay? Here's
Okay,
my second haiku.
The
Get ready.
Empire State Building.
I'm ready.
It's my turn. A resolution. Sorry, I'll start over. Okay. A resolution. Give the people what they want. A revolution.
Oh no, we just
No.
became extremists.
What have you done?
I just want the building to revolve.
They're gonna
And I
censor
was like,
our
"Oh,
podcast.
that's really good." And then I was reading it over while you were going. I was like, "Oh, Oh, oh no.
Oh, no.
My bad.
That
You know what I
was
mean?
actually very clever, though. Well done.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Brandon, bring us home.
Okay. 2025. Wait, wait. Sorry. Hold on.
That was fun.
Hold
Yeah, you're doing
on.
great.
Hold on. I can't read what I wrote.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry.
If you just like,
I knew what I wrote. I just needed to double check. Okay. 2025. Talking about theme parking. Not parking, but parks.
Nice.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
okay. Okay.
Like, very good snaps.
Can I just add in another quick resolution?
In a haiku
That
form.
okay.
It's haiku segment.
Parking should be a perk of the top 2 tier magic key things.
Go to universe.
Oh.
Oh.
It is a perk of the
Uh,
top 2 at Universal, and
I
you get
love it.
discounts for the lower tiers.
I'm on my way. As long
Alright.
as they have toadstool soup. Why did
I
I think
know,
it was
that's hilarious.
mushroom soup? I thought it was mushroom soup.
They
When you said
also have mushroom soup. They
okay,
have tomato soup and they have mushroom soup, and I was like, "I'd like tomato
okay,
soup," and they're like, "We don't have that,"
yes.
and I was like, "Can I have the mushroom soup then?" And they were like, "We don't have that either," and I'm like, "These people are lying to me. They just don't have the bowls, and I know that. Give me the soup."
Mhm. Yeah, okay. Um, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I would definitely go for the mushroom, but tomato sounds equally
Right?
good.
Right?
Okay, okay, that's our show, you guys. But let's rate I guess let's rate our haikus. High flight or fun. Actually, no, let's rate
7.
2025. Okay, well, that's our show. It's time to rate what
We
we
could rate the
think theme
haikus. My
parks.
haikus clearly fight.
Your haikus fighting. We're gonna rate
Your
you know
haikus
what?
fight for
This free
fun.
for all. Rate whatever the crap you want. I'm gonna
Yes.
rate 2025 theme parks as fun because we're getting or not Islands of Adventure. We already got that. We're getting oh my gosh, what's it called? Epic Universe.
Epic Universe.
Thank you. Hopefully Brandon and I will go back to Kings Island with the food pass. That was super fun. And we're getting the 70th anniversary with Paint the Night and lots of other fun stuff. So I'm going with fun.
I'm gonna rate Robin as fun.
You. I'm gonna rate
Lovely.
our podcast fun. Fun all year. Woohoo!
Yeah! We have a YouTube channel now, you guys. We are going to be posting our episodes on YouTube. So if that is your preferred way to watch, you can actually watch the videos on YouTube now. So
If
check
you're
out
watching,
our
I'm waiting.
hey.
If you're not
uh,
watching, I'm still waiting.
if you're not watching, I'm trying to figure out what it's at Theme Park Chicken. You have to it's a small channel, so you have to look up at Theme Park Chicken. Anywho, you guys, are you theme park chickens? Chelsea, are you a theme park chicken?
Not today.
Brandon?
I am.
For what?
This. I'm here
For fun.
for
Oh,
fun.
he's afraid to be podcasting. I am not a theme park chicken. As a reminder, please send in your haikus. We'll send you some stickers. And thank you guys for listening. And thank you for supporting us by getting your theme park chicken shirts on TeePublic. If you want to find the link for those shirts and stickers and mugs and lots of things, there's a link in our Instagram description. Our Instagram is at theme.park.chicken. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube, and don't forget to rate our show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Send any comments or suggestions to theparkchickenpod@gmail.com. And tune in next week when we discuss the extinct, the one, the only, the thing that I saw a poster for in the antique shop that I had never heard of before seeing this poster, Hobbiton, USA in
Amazing.
California. Can't wait. We'll see you then. Bye.